If you've spent more than 5 minutes online today, I guarantee you've scrolled past a meme. They are absolutely everywhere, popping up on our group chats, on billboards, even in our news feeds. They basically become the background radiation of the internet.
But here's the question that really gets me. Are these just silly, disposable jokes we'll forget by next week, or is there something much deeper going on here? Are memes a complex language, a cultural force, maybe even a tool for power? Well, let's break it all down.
So to get a feel for just how strange this all gets, we have to talk about the Italian brain rot trend. I mean, these AI-generated images were pure, nonsensical chaos. We're talking about sharks in sneakers drinking espresso, surreal mashups of animals and pasta with made-up Italian names. It made no sense. And of course, the internet went absolutely wild for it. This is our starting point for figuring out what's really going on.
Okay, to peel back all these layers, we first need to get our definitions straight. What exactly is a meme anyway? Well, the answer is a lot older than you probably think.
You're not going to believe this, but the term meme was actually coined way back in 1976. And not by some internet guru, but by biologist Richard Dawkins. He saw it as a kind of cultural gene, an idea or a behavior that copies itself and spreads. So that catchy song you can't get out of your head, yep, in the original sense of the word, that's a meme.
Right, so fast forward to today, and the definition has totally shifted for the internet age. The scholar Lemore Schiffman points out the real key difference. Internet memes aren't just spread, they are actively transformed by us, the users. The secret sauce is participation. You're not just consuming it, you're making your own version, you're joining the conversation.
So what's the magic formula? Why does one funny picture explode into this global thing while thousands of others just disappear? Turns out, it's not just random luck.
Yeah, there's a recipe for this. The memes that really take off usually have a few key ingredients. First, they tap into something we all recognize, like a scene from a popular movie or a feeling we've all had. They also present a visual argument that you just get in a split second. And, crucially, they have to be simple enough for anyone to copy and put their own spin on it. But maybe most important of all, they make you feel something, whether it's pure joy, anger, or just a sense of connection.
And this really gets to the heart of why we even share these things. Lemore Schiffman puts it perfectly. Memes solve this fundamental social puzzle for us. When you share a meme, you get to show off your own unique sense of humor, but you're doing it in a format that everyone else understands. It's like a secret handshake that says, hey, I'm my own person, but I'm also part of this group.
But, it's not all fun and games and social connection. The moment something becomes this powerful as a way to communicate, you can bet that other people are going to try to use it for their own goals, whether that's selling you sneakers or shaping a political debate.
And this has gotten seriously dark. I mean, security agencies are now talking about memes as potential online weapons. Think about it. Their shareable, funny nature makes them the perfect Trojan horse for radicalizing people, hiding really dangerous ideas inside what just looks like a harmless joke.
In politics, a lot of this takes the form of rage baiting. A campaign can wrap up some piece of disinformation in a satirical meme that's designed to make you really angry or really amused. And why do they do that? Because when our emotions are high, we're way more likely to hit share without really thinking about it. And just like that, a political message spreads like wildfire, totally under the radar.
And then, of course, there's the money. Brands are desperate to seem cool and connect with younger people, and they think memes are the shortcut. But here's the thing. With more Gen Zers actually working in marketing, the time between a meme being a cool inside joke and it showing up in a corporate ad is shrinking fast. And the result? A joke that felt special and organic suddenly feels calculated and, let's be real, super cringe.
So, moving beyond politics and big brands, memes have really morphed into something else entirely. They're a language, and different generations are using this language to communicate, complete with their own grammar, their own inside jokes, and their own cultural rules.
And just look at how that language has changed over time. Remember the early memes? They had strict rules. Things like advice animals or LOL cats had a clear template you had to follow. But today's memes, like the completely wild Skibbity Toilet series, are so much more abstract and chaotic. To even get the joke, you need to be deep inside a very specific internet subculture. It's like we've gone from one universal dialect to hundreds of super specific ones.
This right here is a perfect example of what you could call meme literacy. The joke isn't just about SpongeBob, it's a meta meme. It's a meme about memes.
It only makes sense if you have this shared library of internet knowledge in your head, recognizing that tons of scenes from this one cartoon have become the basis for thousands of other jokes. You have to be in on the secret to get it. But what's really fascinating is that for younger generations, this language is for more than just laughs. It serves a much deeper purpose. As Nouveau magazine points out, memes are a coping mechanism. I mean, when you're facing these huge, heavy issues like climate change or a crazy economy, using dark humor can be a way to process that existential dread. It really is laughing to keep from crying.
So if memes are born and they evolve and they're used for everything from coping to corporate ads, does that mean they can also die? Oh, absolutely. In fact, they follow a life cycle that is surprisingly predictable.
You can pretty much map it out. It starts with emergence, popping up in some niche corner of the internet. Then it hits its peak, going viral everywhere. Stage 3 is saturation. That's the moment your favorite brand and maybe even your parents start using it. And that leads, almost every time, to the final stage, decline. The meme is overused, it's not funny anymore, it's officially cringe.
And that whole cycle, it's speeding up like crazy. Because of the insane pace of platforms like TikTok, a meme that might have lasted for weeks a few years ago can now be born, go viral, and die, all in a single weekend. This means our shared inside jokes are becoming more and more fleeting.
So, after all of that, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's pretty clear that if you just dismiss memes as silly, throwaway pictures, you're missing the entire story. They are this incredibly complex and powerful force that's shaping how we talk, how we think, and how we connect with each other.
Maybe the best way to think about them is this. Memes aren't just digital junk. They're cultural artifacts. They're like little timestamps of our digital society, capturing exactly what made us laugh, what we were anxious about, and how we found ways to connect in a really chaotic world.
And that leaves us with one last, pretty wild question to think about. When future historians are digging through the digital ruins of our time, what are all the memes we made and shared going to tell them about who we were? What's the story we're actually telling, one silly image at a time?